You thought you were everything she needed. You were there. You listened. You showed up when you said you would. You made her feel safe. You gave her attention, affection, stability. You treated her with respect. You thought that's what love required, okay? That if you were good to her, you gave her no reason to doubt your loyalty, your kindness, your consistency. She'd stay. She'd choose you. She'd finally stop chasing the wrong ones and recognize the value of someone who genuinely cared. But then it happened again. She drifted. Her texts got shorter. Her eyes stopped lighting up when she saw you. Her voice got softer. Her presence colder. And before you even knew what was happening, she was gone. Not physically at first, but emotionally. And when you finally asked what was wrong, she gave you the same line you've heard before. You're amazing. I'm just not ready. Or where she left you and walked straight into the arms of someone who barely knew her. Someone who didn't try. Someone who didn't earn it. Someone who didn't deserve her. And that's when the pain hits you, not just heartbreak, but confusion. You start questioning everything. What did I do wrong? How could you leave everything I gave for someone who gave nothing at all? And the answer, the truth, the one no one wants to say out loud is this. Attraction doesn't follow fairness. Desire doesn't reward kindness. Love doesn't always make sense. Again, women, no matter how much they say they want a good man, aren't wired to chase safety. They're drawn to energy, to tension, to mystery, to emotional gravity. And sometimes, the man who didn't deserve her is the one who gave her the feeling you were too afraid to embody. The edge, the danger, the chaos, the unknown, because you thought love was about proving your worth. But she didn't want proof, she wanted presence. She wanted someone who didn't orbit her like a planet trying to earn her light. She wanted someone who stood like the sun and made her come closer. And maybe you were too available, too soon. Maybe you made her the center of your identity before she ever truly chose you. Maybe your effort, while pure, felt like pressure, like you were trying to build something permanent before she even decided she wanted temporary. In the man she left you for, he didn't try to hold her. He didn't over-explain. He didn't adjust himself to make her comfortable. He just existed, confidently, carelessly, maybe even selfishly. That's what made her feel pull, not because he treated her better, but because he made her feel something you didn't. Not safety, but uncertainty, And in that emotional chaos, her desire came alive. And maybe that's what breaks you the most. Not just that she left, but that she left for him. A man who doesn't text back, Man who cancels without apology, Man who doesn't ask how her day went, doesn't remember the little things, doesn't care if she's okay, You see her with him, and it looks like the opposite of everything she said she wanted. And you start to think love is a lie. That being good means nothing. That women say one thing and do another. But that's not the truth. The truth is harder. The truth is she didn't leave you because you weren't enough. She left because you were trying too hard to prove you were. She felt it. That need behind every sweet gesture. That quiet desperation in your eyes when she pulled away. That fear that if you stopped giving, she'd stop loving. And that's the energy that made her drift. Because attraction doesn't respond to need, responds to presence. She wanted to feel you anchored in yourself, not in her. She wanted to be pulled into your orbit, not put on a pedestal. And the man she ran to, he didn't love her better. He just didn't make her his emotional oxygen. He didn't try to fill every silence, didn't panic at every shift, didn't need her to make him feel worthy. He stayed rooted, even if he was careless, even if he was flawed. He had an edge. And that edge, that refusal to overextend himself, made him magnetic. You, on the other hand, gave her everything but lost yourself in the process. And women don't fall in love with self-abandonment. They may feel safe in it. They may feel adored in it. But eventually, they'll pull away from it, because no one wants to carry the emotional weight of being someone's only source of meaning. She tested you not because she's cruel, but because she wanted to feel your spine. She wanted to know that if she walked away, you wouldn't collapse. And when she saw you bend, when she saw you chase, when she saw you hesitate to say no, she felt it, okay? That you didn't have your own emotional center. That your love wasn't coming from strength, it was coming from fear. Fear of losing her, fear of being alone, fear that without her, you'd fall apart. And the man who didn't deserve her, he never flinched, 'cause he never feared losing her. Again, that absence of fear, even if it came from arrogance, made her feel something your devotion didn't. Polarity, mystery, fire. It's not fair, it's not just, but it's real. She didn't want him because he loved better. She wanted him because he didn't need her to survive. And that's what made her feel free. And now, you're left with the ache, the kind of ache that doesn't scream, just lingers. It's the kind that whispers questions at night, like, was I ever really enough? Did she mean anything she said? How do I even trust love again? But this isn't about her anymore. This is about you. It's about the version of you that handed over your power the moment you made her the center of your emotional universe. About the man who believed that love meant self-sacrifice. That devotion meant constant availability, okay? That being a good man meant suppressing your own needs so hers could be prioritized. And now, here you are, burned out, broken, angry, confused. But this moment, this is your rebirth. This is where you stop trying to be the man who gets chosen and start becoming the man who chooses himself. Because real strength isn't about being cold, it's about being solid. It's about being able to care without collapsing, about being able to love someone without letting that love dismantle your boundaries, your time, your identity. The man who no longer gets left for the guy who doesn't deserve her is the man who knows he deserves himself, fully, unapologetically. He doesn't need to prove his worth, he embodies it. And that energy, that self-trust, it's felt. She feels it when you don't flinch at her tests, when you don't chase, when she pulls back, when you don't argue for your value, but live it out loud, when you say no with calm certainty, when you can walk away, not because you don't care, but because you care too much about yourself to beg. That's what changes the story. That's what shifts the pattern. When you stop overcompensating for your goodness and start integrating your edge. The edge that says, I love you, but I won't break for you. I see you, but I won't lose myself trying to keep you. That's the balance. That's the polarity she's been craving. Care with backbone. Depth without desperation. Kindness without need. And the moment you reclaim that is the moment you stop wondering why she left and start asking why you ever allowed yourself to shrink just to be held. Because love isn't supposed to cost you your self-respect. Love isn't supposed to demand your constant proof. The kind of love that lasts doesn't require you to be less. It demands you become more you. And when you finally become that man, the one who no longer performs for affection, but radiates presence from within, you feel it. Whether she returns or not, it won't matter, 'cause you won't be building your life around her ever again. You'll be building it around something far more powerful, your truth. And this is where the healing begins. Not in blaming her, not in comparing yourself to the man she chose, but in finally seeing clearly what you were blind to before, that the love you gave was indeed wrong. It just came from a place that needed her to validate it. And when that need goes unmet, the wound reopens. Not because of her, but because you thought she would be the one to make you feel whole. But wholeness doesn't come from being chosen. It comes from choosing yourself. Choosing your worth even when no one sees it. Choosing your value even when she hands it to someone else, because she wasn't the test, you were. You were the test of whether or not you would break when someone didn't love you back. Whether or not you would still stand in your truth when your heart was handed back to you. And now you get to decide. Will you let this pain define your story, or will you let it refine you? Will you harden, become bitter, shut down, Or will you rise not colder, but clearer? Not heartless, but sovereign. Not detached, but self-led. Because the man who grows from loss becomes unshakable. He is not the one who stops feeling. He is the one who learns how to feel deeply without losing his direction. That's the new version of strength. The one no one taught you. Oh, the one that doesn't come from muscle or money, but from emotional presence, restraint, ownership. And that is the kind of man who never has to wonder why she left. Because if she does, it won't be because he wasn't enough. It'll be because she wasn't ready for someone who loved from power, not from permission, who gave freely but never begged, who could walk away without hate because his love didn't need to cage her to feel real. That's the man she'll remember. It's not because he suffered in silence, but because he let go without losing himself. Okay? And now that can be you if you choose it. If you stop trying to get her back and start bringing yourself home. If you stop mourning who she left for, start honoring the man you're becoming. Because the truth isn't that she left you for someone who didn't deserve her. The truth is, you finally get to become someone who doesn't need to be deserved. Because he's already enough, even alone. And from that place, the next love you attract won't confuse chaos with passion. It won't require collapse. It won't test your worth, it will meet it. And when that happens, you'll finally understand. She didn't leave to hurt you. She left to wake you up.